Sorted. Thank you for clicking on the video today. We got a crazy one for you. But if you could real quick, snipe that sub button and like the video. It really helps us out. Love you, and let's get on with the video. So Epic is in this crazy lawsuit right now where they have to pay over $520 million. This is the biggest lawsuit that any gaming company has ever had to pay in history. So let's get into what the lawsuit actually was. On Monday, the Federal Trade Commission accused the company of illegally collecting children's personal information, of harming young players by matching them with strangers on Fortnite while enabling live communications, and separately of using manipulative techniques called dark patterns. In a historic deal that puts the entire video game industry on notice, Epic agreed to pay a record $520 million in fines and refunds to settle the FTC's accusations. So Fortnite was illegally collecting people's information, using manipulative practices to get you to buy their merchandise, and then having open mic settings in an online matchmaking PvP game. This is essentially what they're being taken to court for. So yeah, that's like super messed up that Fortnite does do manipulative tactics to get you to buy skins in their game and spend your money. But it is a free game and they have to make money somehow.
And haven't all companies that want to sell you something advertise something for you to go and buy their stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I remember being a little kid, seeing the Marlboro Man up on the billboards and being like, man, I want to be a cowboy. I want to smoke cigarettes like a cowboy. Companies just constantly try to manipulate you and impression you with everything. And kids are just the most impressionable of all of us.
Yeah, there's a whole reason why they advertise kid toys on certain channels. They play these commercials for these toy companies on the channels of these kids who are easily manipulated for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. And they know that they can get those kids to go to their parents and say, give me the toy, give me the toy, give me the toy. And eventually mom and dad will cave and give in. Now, that doesn't happen with every parent, but if you can get 4 out of 10 to do it, that's pretty good sales.
Which is great marketing for them. They've done their job.
And I'm not defending Fortnite in any way. I hate that all these companies go in and look into our data and everything like that. But that's the thing, is all companies do it. I don't really get why Fortnite is being brought up to the front. I guess it's like their turn to like pay the piper. I don't really get it because all these companies do it. They all use manipulative techniques to get you to go into their store, to get you to buy COD points, to get you to buy skins in Apex, to get you to buy skins in Fortnite, car wraps in Rocket League. You know, it's just so much different stuff that they do to try and get you to buy their merchandise. And you see it too. That's why they get famous celebrities to endorse certain clothing, so you'll go and buy the clothing so you'll look cool like the celebrity. It's all manipulation tactics, and even websites use this. When you go onto their website and you accept the cookies, you're allowing them to go in and see what you do so that they can sell you something, because that is the whole point. They have a product that they want you to buy.
Yeah, and that is really messed up how companies are going into our privacy, looking at that kind of stuff, knowing our keystrokes, what we like, what we're thinking of, and then randomly putting up ads that we didn't necessarily want in our feeds, you know?
Like, yeah, you look up one thing on Google,
yeah,
and then that's all you got for the rest of your feed on social media.
For real, like for weeks too. It'd be like, come on, you know you want to buy it. You know you want to buy it. It's like, okay, right there. Amazon and Facebook does it all the time.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it's just weird to me that only Fortnite is being brought up to the forefront on all this. I guess they were caught with their hand in the cookie jar at the wrong time, but like all of these companies have their hand in that quote unquote cookie jar.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it's totally messed up that they do that, and I don't like that they go into our privacy, but we live in a very technology world now. And that is what these companies do. That's how they reach potential clients, potential customers, because everyone is basically online now. So that's how they have to reach people. Nobody really has cable in their home anymore. They can't air all of their commercials while you're sitting there watching these sitcoms anymore. You're not sitting there watching them like that. You're streaming them, paying the extra to not have any kind of ads pop up for you at all.
Yeah, so that they have no idea what to sell you. So they have to create these new tactics of figuring out how they can sell you what you need without you knowing you need it. That's what's crazy. They'll sell you what you need when you don't need it. But that's what they do. It's the new way of doing things. And like you said, they're not having the commercials to watch if people are looking at the whole commercial. So they're, like you said, they're paying to skip all that. So they have to figure out a way to sell you stuff now. So they have to get into your information, see what you're looking at, see what you like. I mean, all companies should be, not just Epic, everybody should be brought to the forefront like this and be demanded that they stop.
Right. Every company should.
But it just sucks that these companies got to do that to us, and whole unintentional purchase thing that's up for debate. I get why some people would be frustrated with that.
Right.
Because I played Fortnite whenever it first started coming out. And I distinctly remember one time where I had set my controller down and I was looking at a skin, and one of the kids came up to me and I bumped the controller off my desk and it fell and it hit the purchase. And I was like, I didn't want to buy that skin. You know, like, so I get where that comes into play and how you couldn't get a refund. But again, they can't refund every Joe Schmo with a crying story. And also, too, with parents, if your kid is spending money without you knowing, unintentionally, however you want to say it, how is that going on without your knowledge? How does your child have your credit card hooked up to their game? If you don't want to go to the game every time they want something and put your credit card info in, well, then they just don't need it right then. You're the adult, make the decision. This is one part of the lawsuit that I don't really agree with 100%.
Right.
Because at a certain point, we as people have to hold ourselves accountable. It's our choice if we want to have the credit cards on file and saved. It's our choice if we want to even partake in buying items from these video games. No one's forcing us to. I know that when Epic first came out with Fortnite, it was different, you know, as far as not having the option where you didn't want to save the credit card and you didn't have to go through so many screens and hold down a certain button or key on the keyboard to finalize the purchase.
But then there's also so many different type of debit cards that you can get that are not, that you can just add money to, that you can link to these things to where it's not linked to your actual credit card, debit card, to where whatever money is on that card that you put on there, if there's nothing there, then they can't buy anything. So put on one of those type of cards onto your kid's account.
Even if you put that on, doesn't that make it to where you can even allow a purchase to go through if you're a parent? Like, no matter, like, it'll alert you on your phone and it'll be like, do you want to make this purchase? And you can like decline or accept.
Yeah, on some of those, like I can't remember what all of those things are called because there's so many different ones, but there's some that are generated just for parents to be able to give their kids a debit card like that, but they monitor absolutely everything that goes on with that card and they can approve or deny anything that comes through. So it's like you have all these different options. Like, this is 2023, guys. Like, there's so many different options that we can do to make sure that your child isn't spending your money off of your debit card, credit card without your knowledge.
And again, everybody, we are not advocating that Epic shouldn't be held accountable. We're actually advocating that not only should Epic, but all these major platforms and companies should be held accountable for the same thing. And they should all stop what they're doing. They should just go back to the old business model of, if it works, it works. Stop with all this secretive manipulation techniques. It's disgusting, and I don't like it. Because, like, at a certain point, what's real? I just think it's a little weird that they all do partake in it, and Epic's taking the blunt hit of it. Maybe it's because in the gaming community, they made the most money in the last year, so they can, I guess, pay the bill.
Right? It's just like their turn or something.
Yeah, they got to pay the piper this time around. Like, they got the check this time.
Right, and they just got like a really bad one.
Yeah, everybody was ordering steak and lobster, and they were like, shit. But I think they should all be stopped. Really, though, there is some more shady stuff going on behind it, and it has to do with the metaverse, their metaverse. It sounds to me like there's more stuff going on, like, underneath the surface that we don't know about. And some moves are getting made behind the curtains. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you think that this lawsuit is crazy, if you think that it's fair or more companies should be held accountable for what they're doing. Do you think that more things are going on behind the scenes that we don't know about and there is some more manipulation going on? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. I'm just riffing, I'm just spitting, trying to let y'all know what's going on with some of the news. If you could go ahead and snipe that sub button and like the video, I'd really appreciate it. It helps us out. But I love you guys and thank you for all the views, all the likes, all the comments. You're the best. You're the best in the world. I love you guys. You're all stars. Remember that. Merry Christmas. I hope you get everything you want and more this year. And I'll see you in the next video. I love you.